The UN's World Food Programme is one of the largest aid agencies working in Somalia. The report singles out its efforts as seriously flawed. Although the report is being presented to the UN Security Council, excerpts have already surfaced in Western media. According to the New York Times, fraud is pervasive, with about 50% of the aid diverted before it can reach Somalia's poor. The aid often ends up with armed groups as well as locals working for the World Food Programme. Richard Downey with the Center for Strategic and International Studies in Washington says, if true, the situation is worrisome.
You have the pressure from the United States, which contributes roughly half of the money to the World Food Programme Somalia operation. And so any allegations that this money is falling into the hands of the Al-Shabaab is extremely worrying for the United States. They've classified Al-Shabaab as a terrorist organization.
Al-Shabaab is a militant Islamic group trying to seize power. Bronwyn Bratton is an international relations fellow at the Council on Foreign Relations. She says although the report's conclusions should be followed up, people should expect problems sustaining food aid in unstable places.
You would expect that in Haiti. You would expect that in the Congo. In the case of Somalia, because the security situation is so bad, and of course that's a situation that lends itself very, very easily to abuse. WFP is operating in what is perhaps the most difficult context in the world. And I think that they deserve a huge amount of kudos and support for having continued to operate under those circumstances.
Responding to the leaked report, WFP said it routinely investigates charges of wrongdoing. And in light of the new concerns, it will suspend its work with the transportation contractors named in the report.
The United States and the international community.
Last Friday, U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs, Johnny Carson, said the U.S. is concerned about the allegations in the report, but cannot yet comment. In the last few days, Somalia has been the scene of intense fighting between government forces and Al-Shabaab. Carson says the U.S. supports the transitional federal government in Somalia, but it has no desire to Americanize the Somali conflict.
We have provided limited military support to the transitional federal government. We do so in the firm belief that the TFG seeks to end the violence in Somalia that is caused by Al-Shabaab and other extremist organizations.
The WFP says it will investigate fully after the report is presented to the UN Security Council. Mariama, Diallo, VOA News.